You have $1,000 sitting in your bank account right now. In 10 years, that money will only buy you $700 worth of stuff. But what if I told you there's a way to turn that $1,000 into $2,000? Or even $10,000? Today, I'm going to show you exactly how to do it, even if you know absolutely nothing about investing. Why your money is disappearing. The inflation problem. Let me ask you something scary. Did you know your money is literally shrinking every single day? It's called inflation, and it's like a silent thief. That MacBook that costs $1,000 today, next year, it'll cost $1,100. The year after, $1,200. Your money isn't growing, but everything else is getting more expensive. So, what happens to your $1,000 under your mattress? It becomes worth less and less every year. This is why rich people don't keep their money in regular savings accounts, they make their money work for them instead. What is investing really? Think of investing like planting a money tree. You put in $100 today, and that tree grows and gives you back $200, $500, maybe even $1,000 later. There are two ways your money tree can grow. 1. The tree gets bigger, the thing you bought becomes more valuable. 2. The tree gives you fruit. Some investments pay you money regularly, like rent from a house. But here's the thing, there are thousands of different trees you could plant. Stocks, bonds, crypto, real estate, art, even Pokemon cards. It's confusing, right? That's why today we're focusing on the simplest and most reliable option, stocks. What are stocks actually? Imagine your favorite company, let's say Apple. Apple is like a giant pizza, and stocks are like slices of that pizza. When you buy Apple stock, you literally own a tiny piece of Apple. Now, here's the cool part. Every day, thousands of Apple employees go to work, create new iPhones, make the company more valuable. As Apple gets more valuable, your slice gets more valuable too. 2 ways to make money. You can make money from stocks in 2 ways. Way number 1. Sell for more. You buy Apple stock for $100. 5 years later, Apple creates amazing new products, everyone loves them, and now your stock is worth $200. You just doubled your money. Way number 2. Get paid to own. Some companies are like generous friends, they share their profits with you. These are called dividends. It's like getting paid rent just for owning a piece of the company. Free money in your account every few months. The big problem with picking stocks. But here's where most people mess up. They try to guess which company will do best. Should I buy Apple or Tesla? Netflix or Disney? Listen, there are people with Harvard MBAs who do this full time, and even they get it wrong half the time. You and we're not going to beat the professionals by watching a few YouTube videos. So what's the solution? Don't pick just one company, buy them all. The secret sauce, index funds. The magic basket. What if I told you there's a way to own pieces of 500 of America's biggest companies with just one purchase? It's called an index fund, and it's like buying a sampler pack. The most famous one is called the S&P 500. Think of it as the greatest hits album of American companies. A Apple, the biggest slice. A Microsoft. A Amazon. A Google. And 496 other top companies. When you put $1,000 into the S&P 500, it's automatically split between all these companies. You instantly own a piece of Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, everything. Warren Buffett's billion-dollar bet. Warren Buffett, one of the richest people in the world, made a famous bet. He said, I bet $1 million that just buying the S&P 500 will beat any fancy investment strategy. Guess what? He won. The boring, simple approach beat all the complicated ones. His advice for normal people like us? Just buy the S&P 500 and don't overthink it. The track record. Here's why this works. Over the past 100 years, the S&P 500 has averaged about 10% growth per year. That means a $1,000 becomes $2,600 in 10 years. A $1,000 becomes $17,000 in 30 years. All without you doing anything. Common fears destroyed. What if I lose everything? This is the number one fear, and I get it. But let's think about this logically. For you to lose everything, all 500 biggest companies in America would need to go bankrupt at the same time. That would mean Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, Google, all dead. If that happens, we'll have bigger problems than our investment accounts. We'll probably be trading bottle caps for food. The more realistic scenario. Sometimes the market goes down. In 2008, it dropped about 50%. Scary, right? But if you just waited and didn't panic sell, by 2012 you'd be back to even. By 2020, you'd have tripled your money. How much do I need to start? Good news. You don't need to be rich. Most platforms let you start with $100, some even less. You could literally skip eating out twice this month and have enough to start investing. The key is starting, not starting big. When should I sell? Here's the beautiful part. You don't really need to think about selling for decades. This isn't day trading where you're watching charts all day. You buy, you hold, you let compound interest work its magic. Einstein reportedly called compound interest the eighth wonder of the world. Your money makes money, then that money makes money, and so on. Time is your best friend here. How to actually start. Step-by-step process. Alright, you're convinced. How do you actually do this? Step 1. Choose a reputable platform. Vanguard, Fidelity, Charles Schwab are the big ones. Step 2. Open an account, takes 10 minutes online. Step 3. Deposit money. Step 4. Search for S&P 500 index fund. Step 5. Buy it. Step 6. Forget about it for 10 plus years. Seriously, it's that simple. You don't need to become a finance expert or watch the news every day. Set it and forget it. The best strategy. Set up automatic investing. Every month, have $200 or $500 or whatever you can afford automatically go into your index fund. It's like paying a bill, but this bill makes you richer over time. The fast lane alternative. Beyond traditional investing. Everything we've talked about so far is what I call slow lane wealth building. Put money in the market, wait 30 years, retire comfortably. Nothing wrong with that. But what if you want to build wealth faster? What if you don't want to wait until you're 65? Invest in yourself first. Here's a crazy idea. What if instead of giving your money to Apple or Amazon, you invested in you? Example. You're making $15 per hour. You spend $500 on a certification course and now you can make $25 per hour. You just gave yourself a $10 per hour raise for life. That $500 investment pays for itself in 50 hours of work. Compare that to putting $500 in the S&P 500, which might give you $35 profit in the first year. Which sounds better? Start your own money machine. The fastest way to build wealth. Own a business, not just pieces of other people's businesses. This could be a YouTube channel, like this one. Or an online course. Or a service business. Or an app or website. Or even a simple side hustle. Yes, it's riskier than index funds. Yes, it requires more work. But the potential returns are 10x, 100x, or even 1000x higher than the stock market. Call to action. The two-path strategy. Here's my recommendation. Do both. Path 1. Set up automatic investing in index funds. This is your safety net, your guaranteed slow and steady wealth building. Path 2. Invest in developing skills and building income streams. This is your fast lane to financial freedom. Most people do neither and wonder why they're broke. Smart people do one and build solid wealth. But the truly wealthy, they do both. Your next steps. If this video helped you, here's what I want you to do right now. 1. Like this video if it cleared up investing for you. 2. Subscribe for more simple money advice. 3. Comment below, what's your biggest investing fear? I read every comment. 4. Take action, don't just watch, actually open that investment account this week. Remember, the best time to start investing was yesterday. The second best time is today. I'll see you in the next video where we get to talk about cryptocurrency. Until then, Start making your money work as hard as you do. Thanks for watching. Kindly like and subscribe.